What's up, N citizens, real niggas?
Hey, hey, you not a perfection fan.
Shit. Thought I was 10 manager the way I fucking little. What's up, N citizens? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick.
I'm Young.
Keith. I'm Zach. And I'm Curtis.
You know the vibes. I seen the picture. I seen the thumbnail. It must be my birthday because 10 dropped.
It's perfection time.
If this is your first time on the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video if you love this content. Also, jump in the comments and let us know 10 is perfect, like Lo says.
He's very perfect. We call him 10 because he's perfect. Actually.
Also, if you think we're perfect, you guys probably should jump on the Patreon because it's a... Say, what I was going to say.
Alliteration, perfect Patreon.
Shit, if you love... Shit, if you love NCT, you'd have thought it was your birthday because it's all this dope content on there.
Why don't you make a wish?
We got some new uncuts coming up for this month. For two baddies. You know what I mean? It's some crazy NCT fights. Let's jump into this, man. Exclusive stuff on Patreon. Choreo battles back. Big NCT in here. SM in this bitch. Burn this shit down. They were like, we knew SM was paying y'all. He's a bot.
Yeah, how about that?
He said, big SM in here.
Big SM.
I knew you motherfuckers was getting paid.
Hey, keep it up.
Got to.
Baby, dance, wrap me up for your devotion.
Download it.
It's a bad romance on my body, rocking in slow motion.
Nigga look like Lord Raiden.
But I can't come walking on the tightrope, hanging on the tension. Let me down with you. Let me give you my attention.
Oh, what's that?
Don't stop and strong, 'cause I want it all. So I'ma make you feel.
Yeah, 10.
Like tonight's your birthday. Every second, every minute, make me wanna celebrate.
What 10 trying to tell us? All these English tricks.
Everything about you perfect, just the way your mama made it.
Okay, 10.
You're the best, you're the first place. Show me sweet in a million ways.
SM, please don't block this. Please don't block this.
Let's make tonight your birthday. I put my hands.
Is that a mirror back?
When I know you wanna hold them. I wanna be in so deep, baby. Floating like we're deep inside an ocean.
Wait, what?
Wow, damn.
No, I don't care as long as I get you there. Baby, let's keep falling. I'm talking with my hands. Oh, baby, here is my confession.
These are my confessions.
Let's make tonight your birthday. Every second, every minute, make me wanna celebrate.
It's giving birthday sex vibes. Birthday sex.
Jeremiah, you never sound like this.
Just the way your mama made it. You're the best, you're the first place. Show us sweet in a million ways.
Interesting.
Baby, wait a minute, please, baby, we don't need to wait. Let's make tonight your birthday. I've been blinded by you, baby, I've been full of attention, yeah. So let us take it slow. I never say this, but girl, you deserve it best. So let it go to you want for tonight. Ooh, yeah.
Tonight your birthday.
I knew it. That production dance, you're hilarious.
You be asking for this.
But this seemed like it is on the...
Like tonight's your
I'll get into it.
Every second, every minute, make me wanna celebrate. Celebrate it, baby. Everything about
on, baby. Let's make tonight your birthday.
We call him 10 because he perfect. And look at
He
other perfection right there.
So something else is getting blown out tonight, and it's not a candle. Like, it's your birthday. Nah, I know baby making music when I hear it, dog.
No, when he said like your birthday, he was talking about a cathartic experience of you getting delivered.
Yeah, he was talking about the devil's dance. He was talking about that sweet nectar. NCT SM letting all the dogs off the leash is
first Jayani, now actually first Mark, then Jayani, now 10.
I swear, outside of Jae Young joint, because it sounds a little different, the Shitaro joint,
and Taeyong Ghost,
Ghost, and this, I swear you can drop it all on the same album right now, and it all kind of has that you can hear it and know you about to get
it's a futuristic, high production, high tempo dance music.
You know your hips about to be thrust.
Your hips not about to lie.
It won't lie to that. Yeah, the lower rating looks are decent. The
tattoo shirt was hilarious, and it's funny. It give it that like biker aesthetic. You know, he do got some tats on his arms, but he not yatted like that, you know. So, but
and his third all English like track outside of Paint Me Naked, Lolo, and then this. I'm loving the sounds, man.
He has a clear goal here to dominate. That's what I'm saying. I don't just call him perfect like just some bullshit. I really think this nigga is a top 5 dancer out of idols. Vocals, I think he's top 10. What else? Visuals, top 10. You know what I'm saying? For males, at least. I think he delivers on every single front at an elite level. And there's maybe only like 2 or 3 more people I can say that about in the idol world who are elite with every facet of what they do. So it's just like
definitely in the upper echelon of like being not just an all-rounder, but elite at all the things as well. It's not just a jack of all trades, but like a master almost of all of them is where I got him at.
And he's so dope. He doesn't even like overpower tracks that he's on. I feel like he can meld well into them. So to see him do these solo songs like this and everything like that, where he's just the charisma is there, everything's there. This is a well-produced song. It's definitely give kind of like some Weekend vibes. I always forget the name of his producers. They got like some weird names with them niggas. When they get to this part right here, like the dance break part, and they like ramp it up and turn on the distortion and everything, that shit right there was really dope. And that's one of those things we talk about that's not common in K-pop, where it's like give the song something that has its own character, like that stands out, as opposed to just the same old structures that you guys tend to use and everything like that. But now this is definitely instant download, added to the playlist.
Yeah, 2 things too. I want to know just what's Ten's thought process as far as like approaching these tracks, what markets he's trying to hit.
Oh, you asking me? I'll get the answer.
We might not have that shit for a couple of years. Nah, just like the thought process behind what's going on. I know like they're switching of the guards over there with certain things. So just what's the creative freedom that they have to like do certain things. I'm pretty sure he's goated in that building. So they probably kind of let him do what he wants. Yeah, I'm real fascinated just with SM, with how they've been handling like a lot of the solo stuff lately. Just because they seem like they have a clear path for things they want to do, but I'm wondering if all the artists are on board with that path, if they're cool with just dropping snippets of like EPs here and there, or just kind of what they want to do. Because we've seen other groups within SM like have their people do solo EPs and do things of that nature. And I just wonder, are we getting to a place with NCT where people can start doing like their own 4 9-song EPs and then jumping back and doing stuff with NCT?
Yeah, I feel like they're allowing them, certain artists at least, to mature and break out of that childish like Aegyo type thing and every, this is the transition moment for a lot of artists, and this is gonna be the moment where you see a lot of transition where it's like, oh, these guys aren't cutting it in the group anymore. They finally at the end of their contract. They're probably gonna do other things now. They're probably gonna act or do solo music, lead the idol life. And it looks like 10 is still gonna be obviously an SM artist and doing his thing, but it looks like he's breaking out of the idol kind of.
Well, I don't know that.
No, I'm talking about just as far as like aesthetic of the video. I'm not saying.
Oh yeah, I don't know who leave.
Niggas getting scared. I'm not saying Tim was leaving.
Nobody jump over.
I'm talking about I feel like now he's about to start breaking out of what is known as like the idol type of like bubble where he's transitioned to a more mature adult artist and everything like that. Obviously,
not to compare. He seemed like he getting his taming on.
Yeah, I was gonna say Kai, but I think you could be mature and still be an idol though. Because I wouldn't say Kai's not an idol, and he's like most of his solo sound set is sexy.
I said break out the idol stereotype or idol bubble, like what's known for idols doing, like the certain ages. Like for Dream.
Okay, so would you say that Kai doesn't do what is known for an idol, or same thing with Taman?
His solo music? No, I don't think their solo music is indicative of like what usually is with the idols. The idols' music is very much so like younger, more like digital type music and everything like that.
I passed that stigma with some of them.
No, I'm talking about what
I'm just talking about
the system does. I'm just saying with Kai John, all his solo music, that sounds like shit that was well produced, thought out, like in different and layered.
So idol music, is it?
Oh my God, you being obtuse now.
No, I'm answering based off what you you're giving me. That's what I'm responding with.
Yeah, because I was about to say, because I've never heard like an immature, not saying, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, because I've never heard like an immature 10 on anything.
So I'll say, I didn't like Lolo because I thought it sounded like one of those kiddie songs.
Okay. So
but this is obviously a clear contrast. So like if that's kind of what you meant,
yeah.
Like as far as that, then that's just growth in an artist. I don't necessarily see this being stepping out of the idol bubble.
I say stepping out of the idol bubble into a more mature type of bubble. Like Hyolyn, you wouldn't call her like an idol now. Like what she does and everything like that is not considered an idol anymore. She's a solo artist now. She's on her own thing. She's independent of like the companies where they're controlling what you're doing. That's what I mean. Where like they have, that's probably better said it because the Lolo to this comparison is good too, but more so what I'm saying is they're not being manipulated and controlled in a like the way where most of the artists in groups are controlled as idols.
And that's probably where I've been at
breaking out
across
of the freedom thing.
That's probably where I'm at across.
To the point where they have artistic freedom.
Because I've never felt like, and like I said, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth that like NCT ever was being controlled or if it's. NCT Dream is its own thing, and I think they're allowed to have like those Kitty Bop Jones. Songs like Lolo aren't immature songs to me at all. They're just high-end pop songs. Like, you know what I mean? So I guess when you say mature, you just mean as far as being a little bit more
dark,
like edgy or more.
It can be edgy or anything that's not targeted for like under 18 demographic. Like you literally targeting more adult type of. More mature audiences with this type of music, with the subtleties and the dancing, how they shot it and everything like that is totally different. Like I said, even with Paint Me Naked, that wasn't nothing like this. That was still kind of like upbeat.
Yeah, because that's what I was gonna say. Paint Me Naked and Lolo was such a contrast in itself.
Yeah, 10. Like I said, 10 has always had an edge to him, but this is the first time seeing him kind of do something straight up like this, and that's what I'm saying. He's moving into artistic freedom where he's dictating everything and it's mostly him. And that's kind of what I mean anytime I say like breaking out of idol stuff. So
okay. Yeah, because like I said, I hate sounding like I'm putting words in anybody's mouth and shit, but I just be wanting to know. I'm just like,
clarification.
Okay. Yeah. Because I just always felt like, especially with him being from Wavy, they always on this type time. You know what I mean? So it's like most of their songs sound like I'm gonna meet you in the bedroom tracks. Like, so if anything, when he does link up and they do you stuff, some stuff will be more teen friendly or more like bop. Like
I'll put it like this. You know, however you look at Love Talk, do you look at this the same way?
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I think this has
sexy fuck.
We didn't hear that version. And even then, that's still mature.
Even like the English version of Make a Wish, that's not very like subtle at all. But like that would still be an Idol song. So I mean, like, I get what you're saying. I definitely get what you're saying.
It's
And don't think that I'm not.
Because
But
like I eat all of the Skittles is like, all right.
That's
I could do this all night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing all night?
because
Playing Scrabble.
Cause Lo, like I definitely get what you mean, but I think like that, like people that just be like, oh, it's idol music. That sounds like just an empty statement now because we've learned that idol music is just, it's not just
Based on who?
well, just based on all the stuff. They're all idols and stuff. Jackson Wang is an idol, and he can do what he wants. Like, you know what I mean? Like we've heard enough.
I feel like Jackson Wang's out of the idol. What I just said applies to Jackson.
All right,
Wang
what
too.
about them in their own studio joints? Taman, Lay, Kai.
That's what I just said.
Beck and
These guys
stuff.
have broken past what that was considered like the idol stuff and everything like that.
Yeah, and
they're at a point now where they're controlling their careers.
and that's
You
where
mean the
that's when
sentiment
I
of the
respectfully
But
like
I don't think it
I
makes them less
respectfully
of an
like
idol.
disagree
Well, here, there's
because I still think they're idols.
There's a technical idol in the sense of you graduated the idol training program, as you know, Suge had said with the Be Free thing or whatever, and then there's like the what expectations of an idol.
How are you
So,
operating
yeah.
as an artist? Is your label controlling your day to day or whatever you do?
I just look at it like you off your rookie contract, like in the NBA, where it's like you're still an NBA player, you just off your rookie contract, and now you got a little bit more flexibility in the NBA than you would have. But it doesn't not make you an NBA player no more and shit.
I didn't say 10 was not an idol. I said I think 10 was breaking out verbatim. I said I think 10 is trying to break out of the idol shell and bubble, and I think this is a good example of that. Was gonna be my last sentence too. I think this is a perfect performance. Him spreading his wings per se.
I'm sorry, I just wanted context.
It's okay. No, you wanted content. Take the X out.
A little bit of both. Yeah. Got what I wanted. So yeah, 20. Good look.
Checkmate.
Nah, and like I said, I respect what you're saying and shit. It is just funny to hear like this nigga's not an idol no more. Even like he's an idol, nigga. Not saying you said that. I didn't say that. Nigga.
I'm not saying anything.
He said I'm off this.
But that's another reason why we ask questions too, because like we've all seen it. Somebody say something, and then the people in the comments go ape shit with it. So like just providing a little bit of context for even questions that even some of us might clear those up, so we ain't got to go back and hear shit in the comments about what you thought you heard, about what you thought we said, and like we're not doing that. But I mean, I like again, I think I agree with you for the most part. It's just I just wanted some context on what you thought.
Yeah, this is definitely his most mature track by himself.
Way to double down on it and not be so heavy-handed.
Shit.
That was subtle.
Sometimes I don't think you bitch.
There's a lot of people around.
There's a lot of people around.
I'll keep my comment short and sweet. But I really like this. I like how mature it was. How very mature it was. I like how sexy the song felt as well. Hashtag mature. But my favorite part of this song was that little dance break or beat break.
Yeah.
That was probably my favorite part of the whole song. But all the dancers killed this. 10 killed this. I like this. This will have to be a download for me.
Oh, this guy see somebody too.
Yeah.
This guy see
Somebody. I hope you got somebody strong.
I don't know if it's long enough to go.
He might have to see Tae Young and Ghost.
Oh, that's how. I don't know. Ghost is long. I don't think Ghost is long enough.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
That'd be tough.
He said, y'all let us know in the comments, man. Shout out to the backup dancers and everything too and shit. They really did kill this joint. The aesthetic was wild too.
You might have to go against something, Kai.
Yeah.
I was just about to say it's probably go against.
This versus
10 gonna take on his.
Bro, if we could find videos for anything off of that snippet video.
Oh yeah, off the John.
That's my shit.
Yeah, he had some shit on the joint.
That's the whole. That's Amnesia, Ride or Die.
I think it was Ride or Die is the genre I fuck with.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, 10 is strikingly handsome on here as well.
What you mean by that?
Said what I said.
Means perfect.
Big SM. gotta stop. They gonna think I got a parking spot.
Yo,
I actually want to get paid first.
yeah, let's get paid first. I thought this was cool. Like, I definitely like the video. I love the color palette, especially for the warehouse scene. It's very warm, and then even like that scene. Well, you obviously can't see what I'm looking at, but there's a scene where it's almost like the mixing the temperatures, where the stage is warm, but the above and everything else is cold. The water, like a lot of this video was either hot or cold, like extremely hot or extremely cold. I just like the way that's done. The choreography is crazy. The song itself is ridiculous. I think the production is kind of minimal in a sense, but his voice fills out for everything that the instrumentation is missing. I think it's definitely a more mature track than anything I've heard from him as a solo so far. And I kind of lean towards that. I definitely like it, even though as an artist I like him anyway, but this just kind of seals it for me. Same thing with other people that were mentioned, like Taeyoung's Ghost and some of the other ones that came out that we watched or listened to. Just the maturity that they're allowed to, I don't want to say allowed to display, because I mean nobody can tell you to be mature, but you know, just some of the projects that they're doing on their own accord. Like, this is what I want to do. This is how I want it to be represented. This is how I want it to be visually shown. Kind of echoing what Lo was saying, just kind of like, you know, being able to put those things out in a way where this is exactly how I want it to look. I like it. I'm here for it. I want to hear more, actually, but you know.
I was about to say, we mentioned a Ghost joint too. Shout out to Shitaro too, because it's funny we keep saying mature, because he's 21. His two joints was on the same vibe too. He even had the Future head on. When you was talking about and shit like that. That's them two, Ghost and this seem like they all could be on the same album. Maybe it's just a SM the Lab joints, especially with them in particular.
Yeah, I think it's
because the Jaeyoung joint was a little bit more poppy than all this. All the other stuff do sound like The Weeknd.
It was more sensual. They just didn't let him take his shirt off, which probably stuff like, no, seriously, I think stuff like that goes to how they're trying to keep him somewhat in that shell, because he already had the drama where he kissed and all that stuff like that.
But that's why Jaeyoung. But that's why bro I be saying I want to see interactions and stuff, because I don't. SM is not striking me as the company that's telling these niggas they need to be doing certain things, unless you in Dream or something, and it's like you're appealing to their. I've never got an inkling like, I'm trying to take my shirt off. These niggas telling me no and shit. Like,
why can't I flash?
Like in the joint and shit, they treating me like this is my second year, nigga. I debuted in 17. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my fifth. This is my fourth album. I've been around. I talked to one of them rookies like this shit. He fucked up. My contract up in June.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's why I be wanting to see a little bit more behind the scenes to kind of get all that, because at least with Mark and them, I swear Mark made that phone call and got them niggas out the studio one time. Like, so I don't know. I just feel like it's a lot of them got pulled to kind of change situations, and I feel like you can't have this many talented people and just kind of want to be holding them back. And that's something they just not doing that. They let EXO do what they want. Shiny out here, Key and Taemin and them doing what they want and shit. Yeah, obviously things is different if you, not to run on a tangent, y'all. Obviously things is different and shit if you done like your military time, you a little older and established and shit. But Taemin, Beck, and all of them, they've been doing this shit, at least from what the Redeemer said, whenever they felt like it. Like as soon as they felt like doing solo shit, it just was like, oh, okay, cool, I'm gonna jump into my shit.
That's one thing that gets.
Tim been doing solo shit since 2017.
The promotion, though, that's the thing.
And I want to know, is this something they want to do, or is it because it may be some artists that don't want to do a whole EP. That might just be like, I got two joints to kind of get off and shit.
And I think the other side of it, the part that we didn't really touch about it, is it also depends on who's writing these songs. So if Ten is in the studio writing the songs, he ain't going to be writing sexy shit about. Like if he's been doing stuff like solo stuff since like 17, he's not writing nothing like this in 2017. Maybe he hasn't had those experiences yet. Maybe he hasn't matured enough yet. Maybe he wanted to do. You know what I mean? So like I think
if he got a writing credit on Baby Don't Stop, would that change your opinion?
So no.
Okay.
Because and it wouldn't change my opinion because that's still an NCTU album. You know what I mean? It's nothing that like, yo, this is my project. I put what the fuck I want to put on it and how I want to do it. Like, it's almost like, again, going back to the rap conversation. Like, yo, I'm not going to give you Ready to Die, and I'm not in that space anymore. You know what I mean? I'll give you whatever I got right now, which is life after death. You're going to get a lot of pop and bubbly, a lot of, you know what I mean, upbeat tempo shit. But, you know what I mean? But he's a little bit more mature, a little older. Maybe that's what we're getting out of him now.
Yeah, they should be different just because, like I said, I know Mark and Tay Young write a majority of everything. And even with Mark and Tay, they be having shit where they be like, I wrote this shit when I was 14, and I'm just now kind of getting it out on wax. Or, yeah, there's some shit from 2016 and I ain't dropped yet. I threw that shit on a U project.
But is it they didn't drop it because the studio wouldn't allow them to drop it, or they just haven't had a chance to get in the studio and do it like they wanted to do it?
They made it seem like more of a timing thing than a, like, no one told me I can't do it thing.
Words like timing are very, very weird.
Well, you know, those situations where you just be like, this shit cool, but it's not for right now and shit. Like, I should be, imagine you wrote an angry ass rap, like, yo, y'all fucking haters, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all, da-da-da. And you like, nah, I just debuted. Let me wait like for 7 months or something. Let me wait till I feel like somebody talking shit. Then I'm gonna drop my diss. Niggas making free diss records. In your back pocket, huh? You gotta have 5 diss tracks in your back pocket just like in case.
That's like going to school with on the first day of school with a gun, just in case a nigga say something.
Wait, what? What school was this? Yeah. Did it tell you, Zach, or it's not even saying that?
Not yet.
It's probably too early. That's interesting. Do we know, does Kai write everything too then himself? Does Lay write everything himself? Does D.O. and them write everything
Well, that depends
does
on how you look at writers. So I know, like...
I don't mind people collabing.
I'm about to say, because Janet writes, but what she really does is tell how she feels, and the person who has the acumen to put it into lyrical content will put it into words and, you know, shape it up.
As a note or something.
Same Mike.
Yeah, and if y'all work, especially if you doing the arrangements and y'all going over it and you're helping change stuff up, cool. Because I'm not stressing for singers to be writing anyway. If you do, I think it's just an extra notch in your belt. Because some people pen is crazy and they can't sing or do anything for shit. So it's just, you know, shit, get that shit up. Thank you. Am I writer perfect like that? Yeah. Keith. Oh, Kurt, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I like this a lot. It was really cool, you know, sensual, seductive, sexy, all those things, you know. The take you down aspect of everything was definitely like a type time. I wasn't quite sure what to expect kind of going into this, but, you know, clearly, I mean, as you had said, Low specifically, I mean, he's an all-rounder. I mean, vocals, dancing, visuals, you know, rapping and everything. Like, it's like, you know, it's honestly incredible. And this, you know, video is just a showcase of all those things, honestly. But I really like I do like how the production is not scaled back or anything, because they, you know, towards the latter half, you know, they work in the distortion and things of those natures that kind of, you know, give it that extra punch, so to speak. But I like how it was essentially a very good groundwork for him to kind of work in his flows and melodies more specifically with everything he's saying, because it's the emotion behind the words more so that kind of, you know, carry the vibe, I guess, all the way through. But even some of the lyrics within it, like I think they played on the kind of birthday aspect pretty cool, as far as like you know, you're perfect just like your mama made you or whatever, and then it's like I want to be wrapped up in your devotion like a birthday present, as far as, you know, catering to it's your birthday and everything like that. So I think there was some slick kind of wordplay in a very common a very calm, like natural kind of flow to it. That is just, I don't know if I should say like R&B kind of style or anything like that, but it just, yeah, it just kind of felt like in that type of wheelhouse. And then as far as the production aspects, as Keith had said, you know, the balance between the warm light and the cold light and everything that they had worked in there, the background dancers, and particularly the set that I liked the most was kind of the mirror stage that they had, because I just thought it created a cool visual symmetry in the frame. So all that was done really well. And one move that I thought in particular was really cool too, as far as when he kind of had like almost like the Shawn Michaels kick up.
The one leg kick up.
Yeah, in the slow frame. I don't know quite how to word like what that exact move is, other than I guess a kick up. But
I want to know, did they slow mo it, or was it? I almost want to see it live to see if it's.
Yeah, I mean they could have slowed it. They might not have slowed it a full second. They could have slowed it like half a second or 3/4 of a second or something, and it kind of had that effect or something. But I thought that was done really well, and the use of the slow mo.
I know he's one of the most athletic members.
It's really cool. But and then the background dancers, as I had said, you know, they kind of fill in the space. They allow the story to play out. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, proof.
You know, so I thought that all that was done really well.
Yeah, pussy uncut.
And the fact that again it's all in English, just on top of that, as far as you know his expansion and level of talent that he's able to. I guess the right word would be versatility, to kind of, you know, stretch out outside of that comfort zone as far as like your language and everything like that.
His pronunciation is on point too.
That's what I mean. If you had heard this, you wouldn't have thought anything of the pronunciation or anything. You might have been like, "Yo, who's this?"
Froze the frame.
Yeah, and I mean, even if they did, they they mess with the mic joint, the lean, and so you know.
Well, that wasn't a mess. Well, he had hooks on his feet.
Yeah, this
yeah,
tamper
this was crazy though. This was really good.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, they froze it.
They did freeze it.
I wonder how much he held it though.
That's still a wild ass move to like even attempt.
Fuck your back up.
He falls, somebody got to rumble.
He fell
Who set the fucking choreo up? They said he leaving out the bed.
He's like, I'm fine.
Definitely froze it. It's still hot.
Crazy.
Loco.
Anybody else say anything over there? I wonder who Shorty was.
Right.
Yeah, anything else over there? Jump in the comments, man. Tell us how y'all felt about this. Tell us how y'all been feeling about all these NCT comebacks, especially the solo projects. Tell us if you think they got anything up their sleeve to drop before the year is over. Also, tell us like what the title tracks are and everything. Well, not the title tracks. The rest of the stuff on the album that we gotta react to and shit. Because I don't know if it's any track vids out yet for any of the stuff yet.
This is NCT LAB, so I ain't no album.
No, I'm still just talking about the stuff that like 127 and all of them just dropped. God bless your soul.
Okay.
Just because we gotta jump back into our NCT bag heavy this month.
Designer is a big one.
That shit was fire. I was at the Killing Voice. Yeah, it's okay. It's a safe place.
We call him 10 because he's perfect.
Yeah.
Got the instrumental out too.
For real. Yeah, make sure y'all jump on the Patreon, man. It's a lot of NCT content up on there. We about to jump into another uncut on there. Love y'all to death and citizens. We gonna holler at y'all. Peace.